Welcome to Oaxaca, Mexico, a place where tradition, earth, and spirit come together in every sip.
From earth to hand, heart to glass. Anillos isn't just a drink. It's 5 generations of tradition and mastery.
With every single pour, we honor those who made it and the place it comes from. So go ahead, raise a glass, and taste the spirit of Oaxaca.
Anillos Mezcal.
Available now.
Welcome back to another episode of Unplugged. 5 Grammys, 7 Diamond Records, over 170 million albums sold. This person is tied Michael Jackson for the most #1 male solo hits. For the last 15 years, Drake has been giving us soundtracks to parts of our lives. A lot of dope shit. You think back to a song, you remember what you was doing at that time. We all know recently, or not recently, shit has been going on since April. The Kendrick Drake beef took a new turn when Kendrick dropped his solo project. And Drake, you guys know what the fuck. He filed some petitions. Now he's suing the music group and Spotify and claiming that they botted his song to bigger than what it may be, and then also defamation. And if you take a look at it, it's deeper than that. You know, Drake is taking a shot at the whole, with kind of the unspoken truth about the music business, the way streams work, and the way these companies have always kind of taken advantage of artists. But that's coming off the tail of losing a beef. So there's a business side, and then I think there's just a politics side, I guess, if you want to call it. And who better to discuss this and really break what's going on down, and can Drake recover, and what's next for Kendrick, than my brother, DJ Hed. What's up, bro?
Man, what's up, bro?
I appreciate you.
Man,
it's good to see you.
Man, it's good to see you. I love what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just for everybody that's tuned in right now, Matt got a whole new facility. It's hella people working here. He got white people. Like, it's...
You know, we got to keep everybody in the circle. We got some color, yeah.
It's a beautiful situation, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the smoke, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, bro. We've been grinding, but you know, obviously, Hed, you have kind of been almost in the center of this as much as you can, as not being an artist, but as being really a voice for the West Coast. And what are your thoughts about what's currently going on? Will Drake ever be able to really have the street's ear after what's going on?
According to my big bro glasses, he never had the streets, but I don't know, bro. Like, this is a real complicated.
Man,
like,
let's talk about it.
This
though.
is a complicated.
Let's break this shit down, because
like,
I want to learn.
It's a real nuanced conversation, because if you think about it, we've never seen anything like this. I had somebody text me. I ain't gonna say who it was, but this is like a super OG in the game. He texted me. He was like, "Bro, He said I'm 50. He said I'm 53 years old, bro. I've been doing hip hop since 1978. He said I've never seen no shit like this. And this is like somebody. I'm like, damn, OG. Like, he's like, bro, I've never seen anything like this. And so I'd be remiss to be like, yeah, you know, this is standard issue. This shit is not normal. What's going on right now? But I don't know. And I did my intention, just so I always try to overstate it. My intention was never to be involved, like, and to be the voice on this side versus the voice on that side. And like, it was just, I'm just like, Matt is my homie. If somebody is defaming the homie, right, I'm gonna say something. Yeah. Typically, that's just how we get out. So it's just, I don't know how everybody else is raised, but I also don't like bullies. I just really have an issue with bullies. I'm triggered by that. And usually I have a visceral reaction when somebody is being bullied in a way that is unbecoming of whatever they claim it is. Like, if you're a bully, stand on being a bully. You know what I'm saying? Which I respect that. Just like people be like, they have their views on Trump, right? Not to go off course, but they have their views on Trump. And I do too. But I also respect when he says what he tells you what it is. It's like people like, oh, he paid less in taxes than this person. He said, because I'm smart. He not wrong. He know the system. Like, figure out the system and then allow the system to work for you. I look at that as the same way as this situation, right? I don't necessarily know the play, though. Like, I don't know why someone would sue, or it's not really a lawsuit like that at this point right now.
It's petitions, right, to gather more evidence and kind of find out what's really going on.
Correct. So I don't necessarily know what the play is, though. I don't see a pathway. Maybe I'm not ignorant. Maybe I'm not smart enough to know. I'm sure that this man has the best lawyers that money can buy.
And Drake has always he's always thought ahead. His business is very well taken care of. But again, this crosses over several different spaces. And I think that there has to be obviously an end game plan, but something he's probably benefited. Most of the big people in the industry have probably benefited off the way these companies make shit work behind the scenes.
Everybody has benefited from it, and the thing is, it doesn't make it right. It just is what it is. That's why
business.
It's business. That's why I related akin to the politics, because everyone knows that there might be a dirty cop in the force, or they might be a dirty politician in the force, right? But that person has positioned themselves or aligned themselves with allegiances that makes them a little bit untouchable, right? Same thing in the music industry. There are people in the music industry, in the entertainment industry in general, which we saw over the last 5 years with everybody that's gone down in the entertainment industry, where it's like things have been going on for so long and they have systems in place and safeguards to protect themselves and alliances and stuff like that. And I think everybody's doing the same thing. It's just that how deep does it go? Nobody knows.
Trying to bunk the system. I mean, it takes me to another point where, is Drake bigger than the program?
Nobody's bigger than the program.
We've seen people try to be bigger than the program. And someone told me last year, someone very powerful told me that like the beginning of last year, Puffy's going down.
Somebody told me the same thing.
And I'm like, damn, they're like, you can't bite the hand that feeds you. And it all started with the alcohol company and the back and forth. You see people far back as Michael Jackson that, got his publishing, got some of the Beatles publishing, was going after Marvel, and all of a sudden these allegations start coming out. Then after that he passes. Like you said, there's stuff in there to safeguard these companies from an overhaul. Then on the flip side, you see a Jay-Z where he knows the system is fucked up, but instead of trying to like out anybody, I'm gonna build my own title,
which is what I respect. Which is why I take the stance that I take often is everybody can complain. We all have thumbs. We can tweet.
What you gonna do about it?
We can tweet all day. I joined I'm the chairman of the board for the Boys and Girls Club for the Media Advisory Council, right? Because I noticed that there was a void in the systems that I came up in, and I want to fix those systems. You can't do anything from the outside, right? I was one of them people complaining about Macklemore beating Kendrick for the Grammy, right? I was one of them people complaining. You know what I did? Join the Grammy board. Let me figure out how this system works. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those people complaining, LA radio don't play enough LA music. You know what I did? When it got on the radio, I was there for 7 years. I don't respect people who just complain all day and tweet their ass off. I don't respect that, because what are you doing about the problem? So it's like you said, I respect Hov because, and I want to say this too, because I don't think Hov gets enough credit. What he's done with the NFL, because they were killing him online after everything happened with Cap and everything went down. It was like, why would he go work with them? They're racist. They're this, they're that. It's like, but when you have these systems in place that are good old boy systems, and you're on the outside throwing rocks at tanks, that's not an effective way to protest. What I would like to do is go figure out. I would go to tank school. You know what I'm saying? Have them teach me how to work the tanks.
Build me one to build one, yeah.
Build my own tank, or get in a tank, drive it out the gate, turn it around and shoot at them. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you do it. And so I respect what Hov has done. I've never seen anything like this, simply because I don't think that they would ever expected him
to do it,
to buck the system in this way.
Because again, he knows how the system works. The system has worked in his benefit.
He's completely benefited from the system.
You know what I mean? As great as he is, I've always been a big fan of Drake. That's why when this shit went down, I'm just like, this is the battle. Obviously Kendrick won, but I said I don't think that changes who Drake is. You know what I mean? He lost to Pusha and he lost to Kendrick. But at the same time, I think this route that he's taking, for music heads, there's going to be tons of mixed people, and then some people say, well, listen, he's doing it for the betterment of artists.
No, most people who want to, I'm not attacking Drake. I want to preface it with this because they just gonna clip this and be like, yeah.
No, this is our show.
No,
so
I'm not.
you talking about other people.
The
They,
people.
Yeah.
But usually what people do is they find a narrative and then they figure out ways to support that narrative.
Okay.
So they'll figure out a cause like, okay, I want this goal to happen, and then they'll figure out a noble way to noble gift wrapping paper. Right. Oh, here's some noble gift wrapping paper, and then they just make it look all nice. Like, oh, I'm fighting for black people. No, you're fighting for yourself by way of black people. You know what I'm saying? And so, usually in this situation, well, first of all, in this situation, I don't think that they expected him to do this. He's a complete child of this system that he's completely benefited from. But the caveat to this is, people saying like, oh, he's going to revolutionize the music industry. The music industry has been the music industry. It's going to continue. It's going to be here before you. It's going to be here after you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
So you don't think he has the power to really shake shit up? And to my next question, not to cut you off, keep your thought. Is Drake going to open Pandora's box going against all these very wealthy white men in this space that have shit set up to go against it? Like, if you got to think, if there's somehow, some way he wins a record lawsuit against the whole music industry,
cool.
Do you want those kind of people? Is that going to start? Is that going to open Pandora's box to people kind of go shake it and see what's going on?
He can get a check.
He's done.
I invest in human beings. A lot of people invest in company stocks. I invest in human beings. I invest in relationships. I invest in Matt. You know what I'm saying? I invest in Stak. Like, I think that I don't think this is a money grab. It can't be a money grab because he has more money than he could possibly want. You know what I'm saying? Not counting his pockets. But this is about somebody misstepping, in my personal opinion, my humble opinion. I don't have the accolades. I don't have the money.
Break that down, though.
This is a misstep. Well, I have seen various missteps since the battle, since the back and forth, and it's just like, no, I wouldn't have did that. Oh no, I wouldn't have did that. Oh no, I definitely wouldn't have did that. That's like straight. And I've been saying this since April, bro. And I'll say it to the boy. You are still you, bro. I'm a DJ. We still gonna play your music. Go make your bops. That's it. Go make your bops, bro. I've said this when it first cracked off, when it was with the homie. I said, bro, leave bro alone. You don't want this. You don't want that. Everybody else is trying to get out there in the street and say little things. You don't. Dot is different. We the same, bro. Like, we're always sober. We're never on drugs. We're always like, I'm not drunk. We're clairvoyant. We're strategic. We're intellects, and we squares. We not gangbangers. So that means, okay, I'm not from a hood, which means everybody fuck with me. Dot is from Compton, but he not from a hood like that. But everybody fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're not gonna win that way, and you're not gonna out strategize because you caught up in, what he said in the rap. Like, you don't want to like being famous. The homie don't even like being famous. So my thing is, go make your bops, bro. Like, go make your jams. You are still you. Everything that he's doing right now is taking away from the legacy that would have been.
That's my question. 10, 20, 30 years from now, is this going to be something that stands when we look back on his greatness? Is this something that's going to be glaring when people look back on it?
The average person don't give a fuck. We care. Culturally, we care.
Good point.
We care. Stephanie, who live in Orange County, or, Tamika in Houston, who love his, she don't give a fuck about none of this shit. But culturally, it's a blemish that probably you can't cover up with no amount of makeup.
Obviously, there's talks. He had the streets. He doesn't have the streets. His whole thing is obviously super talented and versatile and across many different spaces and accolades, but it always seems like he wanted the streets. Can he ever talk to the streets again?
You tell me.
What you think?
Yes.
Okay.
It won't be the same, but yeah.
Right.
It's the thing is this I'm going to say this and I'm not proud of this. Street urban culture and hip hop have no barrier of entry. Anybody can participate. You can go get put on right now. It's some hood somewhere that'll put Matt on right now. Matt grown, got kids,
got a
family.
lot of the motherfucking kids.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got kids, man.
Right.
They'll put you on right now. You're Matt from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, to me, there's no barrier of entry in that way. But all he got to do is just leave this alone. Go make the jams. The girls is gonna be concerts gonna be sold out. It might go from 7 instead of 5 days at crypto. It might be 2, but it's still sold out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
before we get out of this, so so there's no chance you think that Drake trying to go against this system that he has benefited from, that he's opening up a door that could really hurt him?
I think it already has. Man? It already has hurt him. I've heard the chatter of I'm still, people still call me with.
No, you're one of the most tapped in people. That's why I want to talk to you about this shit. Like, come on now.
People call my phone and we chop it up about things, and it's not good, for him politically, socially, and reputationally. But I don't think anybody's beyond the point of coming back. Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's over. It's over." It ain't never over, bro. No, not for you. There's a man who did some nefarious things and then dropped a hit record, and everybody was like, "Fuck it, let's step." You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think it's ever just over.
Right.
But
it just looked that different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
And also, when you talk about opening that box, there are people who don't necessarily can't come back from opening that box.
I mean, we're living in it right now,
and
we're literally living it. That was my question. I'm thinking, you got a bunch of rich ass, very well connected white men mad at you about something you could possibly win, something you could possibly change, whether it's for himself or everybody. But you're gonna have some monsters coming after you.
And you think about this, right? You say rich white people. They're not rich. These people are egregiously wealthy.
Oh yeah. Rich is a dumb word, right?
Right.
It's very understated. Excuse me. Egregiously
wealthy.
Rich. No, wealthy. There you go.
Egregiously wealthy, and I think,
like, do you want that kind of smoke?
Well, see, you also got to think about it, right? As an athlete, if I get a max contract, say somebody pay me $100 million, right, for 5 years. Well, what is he making?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to give me half.
Yeah. No, you hear allegedly he's up for the $600 million deal. So if they're giving you that much, how much do they have? Like, it's like, I'm saying, do you want them problems?
I don't listen. Shout out to Matt and Stak and the whole family. I don't want no smoke.
None.
I'm good.
I don't want no problem with the Amazon delivery guy. Like, I don't want no issues. You know what I mean?
No issues. I'm good. But no, I don't think that this is a pathway to victory from an optic standpoint. He might win, certain facets of his motions, just because there are things that occur around the music industry that he might shine some light on, or whatever the case may be. But it's like, bro, you're literally a son of this.
A product, a co-product.
You're literally, you know what I'm saying? You're literally a product of this thing. So, like, what are we talking about?
What's next with that?
I would have respected it more if he would have implicated himself. If he would have fell on his sword, then it would have been like, oh, you know what? Damn, that might be for the benefit of everybody else. If you're not willing
That's a different way to look. I'm not mad at that.
If you're not willing to martyrdom yourself, martyrdom is a Call of Duty term, just so if you're not willing to martyr yourself in that way, then and you're willing to implicate everyone else except yourself. Like, to me, that smells of disingenuous.
We'll leave it at that. What's next for Doc?
K-Dot? Shit. Go to pglane.com or some shit like that. I talked to him. He just said this what he on right now. We've been talking this whole time.
I talked to Top 2 just the other day. He's just like, he's on some other shit. People, leave him alone.
The thing with that is, bro, and I can share this, I guess, because I don't share my conversations with him or mostly anybody. Like, you never heard me say, man, me and Matt was on the phone and he told me some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not what I do. But I leave that to the other podcasters and streamers and shit. But like, our conversations be not necessarily about this. It be about like real shit. Like, this is what he thinking. This is what I'm on. Like, and he called me like a few days ago and he was just like, this is what I'm on. Like, mount the troops up, have everybody ready. Like, not on no street shit, on some music, like
business.
And he sent me. He was like, send me some shit. Like, who ready to go? Like, like,
so we getting more. We get. He's not gonna make us wait that long no more. Not that you have to.
I don't know if he gonna. I don't know. I think me personally, I think we're gonna let this breathe for a minute. This GNX album is fire, bro. It got slaps on there. I told him this is what I will tell you. I told him, says, look, bro, I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting for you to do this for 10 years. I'm a DJ, bro.
Give me some.
I started DJing during the hyphy era.
Right.
I need some slaps, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all this art, I get it.
I respect it.
I get it. I'm still an active DJ. You know what I'm saying? I was DJing 2 days ago. I'm outside.
Yeah, that's what Ray said. You could finally work out to this album. You know what I mean? Like it get you going.
Yeah,
you know
like
yes.
All you artists out there, step your tempos up. Get them BPMs of 90 to 105.
So, as someone in the space, Kendrick, Drake, Cole, however you want to throw them, same way you want to throw MJ, Kobe, Bron, however you want to throw it. It is what it is. Who's this next era as these guys start to kind of transition into a little, into their 40s and the next phase of their life? So are there some people that stand out to you that are current, that can carry the torch?
Whoo, man, those are some big draws to fill. The only reason, I don't know. And the reason I'm going to say I don't know as opposed to just throwing names out there is because a lot of people, and this is actually, that's crazy you brought this up. I wouldn't even want to talk about this, but a lot of people say they want shit and they don't. Mm-hmm. And if you tell a 15-year-old Matt Barnes, like, hey, bro, like, if you do this and then do this and then do this, you're going to go to the league. You're going to get a chip. Then you're going to start your own business. Then you're going to have your own company. Then you're going to advocate for cannabis in the league. And then they're going to stop testing niggas. And then you can be like, bet, what I got to do? I do the same thing. Dot does the same thing. Top will do the same thing. Salas will do the same thing. We've done this for years and people don't do it. It's like, hey, bro, I hear you. You want to make your art, but the homie can't work out to this record. Mm. You're literally in fitness, and the homie telling you he can't work out to this record. I've been at the radio station sitting like this with a human being, and the human being says, and the human being is telling me how to get on the radio. I have a key card, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it'd be that type of shit. Mm. And so I don't know, because I don't know who's willing to do this, whatever it's going to take. I'm a by any means necessary type person. I'm more Malcolm than I am Martin, but I'm still Martin in temperament, but I'm more Malcolm. Like, I'm going to go. A lot of artists are just out here. They punching in. They not taking their music serious. They going in the studio with their homie. They got the street homie managing them. Now, if you don't have access to resources, cool. But you also have to know which questions to ask. Hey, bro. Hey, Matt, how do I get taken serious to get into the league? Hey, DJ Hed, how do I get taken serious to get on the radio? Those are the proper questions to ask. Not, why you not playing the homie record? Why you ain't taking the homie with you to the game, Matt? I'm sure, like, you know what I mean? It's just like the entitlement is through the roof, and the work ethic is under the house. Oof. It's like, I don't respect.
Foundation. You ain't got no foundation.
I don't respect that shit. Right. So my thing is, if you want to, I don't know who's going to be able to take those slots, because I don't know many people willing to work as diligently as those individuals. Even Future's in there too. Future dropped more music than the Baby, which is hard to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, goddamn, it's another Future album, like another record. It's 18 goddamn songs. Actually, that's not true. E40 dropped 30 goddamn songs. Nobody finna listen to 30 goddamn songs, huh? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, if you're not even outworking the people who've been in the game for 30 years. Yeah. How you gonna be one of them if you're not doing that?
Come on, man. Foundation.
But I will shout out to from an MC standpoint, there's a couple of people who I really respect. He not from LA, but Nick Grant is an elite MC.
Where's he from?
He from South Carolina.
Yeah, look him up.
Yeah, Nick Grant is an elite MC, and it's a lot of people that ain't fucking with Nick Grant lyrically. But yeah, and then there's also somebody I'm working with now. His name is Miles Minnick. He's a Christian rapper, but you couldn't tell because it's slap. It's all Christian slaps. It ain't nothing like you ever heard in your life. Go get a bar that Miles Minnick. Look up Christ like. That's the wave I'm on now.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, bro.
You definitely have to check that out. Man, you just got done. Shout out Nick Cannon, man.
Shout out to Nick.
He sold out Into It, right?
Into It Dome, man.
Talk to him. What happened?
Let me back up. Nick Cannon is one of those people who get a lot of shit for a lot of things, right? Oh, Nick don't know what a condom is, or Nick, you know what I'm saying? Like it be.
Hey, he's a great motherfucking human, bro.
Bro, Nick is amazing,
a great
bro.
person,
and I respect Nick so much. I have an immense respect for Nick. And him and Chuck, or Chuck reached out to me. He's like, "Yo, you want to do Wildin' Out?"
Frisco Chuck.
Shout out to Chuck. I'm like,
Chuck.
hell yeah! Like he's like, "You gonna be in town? I'll figure it out." You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Nick made the call, and he was like, "Yeah, let's have Hed pull up and do it." I was like, "Damn, that's really dope." You know, Nick, I've known Nick for years, and I don't know, for some reason he just fuck with me. I don't know, kind of like how you like. I don't know when, like,
I've been fucking with you for a minute.
Yeah, it's like 9 years ago. He's like, yeah, I'm just fucking with him. Like, I'm like, all right, bet, cool. But I remember, shout out to Watch Homie Quan. I was on the phone with Nick about doing some records. Like, we was talking about some records, and Quan had been going around the city like trying to get on Wild 'N Out. He just been auditioning, just running in swap meets and shit, and just ghetto shit, right? And I just told Nick, I was like, "Hey, bro, have you know who Watch Homie Quan is?" He was like, "Nah." He was like, "I think I heard his name before, but I don't know him." I said, "Well, he really been trying to get your attention, bro. He been going viral. He doing skits. Like, would you talk to him for him?" He's like, "Yeah, I talked. Put him on the phone." So I just clicked him in. It's like, "Yo, I got you on with Nick," and he was just like, "What?" Like,
right.
And Nick was just he just took the time. He's like, "Look, I can't guarantee you a slot on my show, but I'll get you an audition." And he killed it. He ended up on Wildin' Out.
Dope.
And I was just like, damn, like that's a testament to the type of person Nick is. Like, he didn't know Quan from a can of paint, but just on the merit of right. And I was just like, damn. Salas always say, we not in the talent business, we in the relationship business.
That's all it's about, especially, and that's we were talking about this off air to see your development. I mean, we met what, 8, 9, 10 years ago?
About 9 years ago.
And just to be able to see, and obviously not the same, but I got to see Nip the same way when he first started. You know what I mean? And to see his development and be on, at these little dive bars with him rapping and in the back smoking with a bunch of 60s. I was just in there chilling, you know what I mean? But, damn, bro, you on the Lakers back there smoking with it. But you know me, I'm cool. I'm cool with everybody. You know what I mean? I just get down with who I get down with. So it was just, to be able to, see your development and your growth, man. I want to take my hat off to you because it's been beautiful, and you've always been a solid dude. And now you have a lot of solid things going on. So I really wanted to obviously give you your flowers. But talk your shit, man. What you got going on right now? Oh, is that Ray? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hed, I apologize for Ray, but he's got two. So he's got what, 40 push-ups? So anybody who interrupts the show outside of me and you, 20 push-ups. So that's every push-up while you smoking a joint.
Are you serious?
He's got 40 of them. Thank you, Ray.
That was like the next level.
Wow.
That was a chirp? Fuck was that?
I was turning it off.
Yeah, but hey, before Ray interrupted us, thank you, Ray. Talk to us about some of the stuff you got. I want to start with Effective Immediately.
Yeah, Effective Immediately.
Talk to us.
Man, Effective Immediately is my radio show, nationally syndicated radio show.
Congratulations,
myself.
Bro.
And thank you, Gina Views. She's the next one, the next great media champ from Los Angeles, California. And so myself, Gina Views, we're on Sirius XM on Hip Hop Nation. And when I left iHeart, like 2 years, that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, is I just walked. Even when I took a meeting to try to do, I took a meeting with one of the GMs at a competitor station from iHeart, and they were like, they thought I was running a play, like, we want you to come, we're thinking about doing mornings over here. Would you be willing to do it? I'm like, I'll have any conversation you want to have. And they thought it was a game. They thought it was like I was being an iHeart plant or some shit like that. And I'm just like, nah, bro. Like, they was like, well, we just never even heard of anybody just left iHeart. This is a Mexican dude, right? And so I look at him, I say, well, now you know a nigga that left iHeart. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, it was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. But yeah, so when I did it, I realized, I talked to my spiritual advisor, and I was thinking about this shit this morning. Effective Immediately, that's why I got the shirt on. But it's like that's my thing. It's my thing, my team. I chose my cameraman. I chose my producer. I chose my co-host. I chose my team. And it's not put together. It's me. And it's something that I wanted to do. I'm funding it myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the hole every month funding this show type deal. And so to me, it's like, that's my baby and it's my thing. And so I'm really proud of of it. And I always say, I was thinking about that, like, damn, in order to live the life you want, you have to walk away from the life you knew. And I was like, damn. So yeah, so Effective Immediately, it's on Hip Hop Nation. Shout out to Sway, my dude Sway, man, really just solid. You know what I'm saying? Over a decade in, Sway was one of them people who advocated for me. He went and talked to the Caucasians and made some phone calls.
I just seen him out. I just went to Snoop's little listening party.
Yeah.
And was you there?
Yeah.
I was high. My bad. Oh, you were there. I'm tripping.
I was sitting next to you.
I didn't remember if I seen you that night because I had a long day. Remember, I had to run to my kids' game. To me right I'm burnt. I'm burnt.
And then you had to leave early
because my kids, the boys at the game. Yeah. I just seen Sway. That shit was dope. Talk about that though. That project of Dre and Snoop. My bad. This just came to mind, but
bro, that was my first time hearing the new album all the way through because Snoop had played some other records. And I heard some other records, but I hadn't heard it in sequence all the way through. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, people are not expecting this. Like, it's not what people think. No. Everybody's thinking it's doggy style. No. It's completely not doggy style. And at first, when I first heard the record, Snoop was like, hey, nobody say nothing. You know, they took our phones and shit. It was for real. Because this was early. And we couldn't talk about it. So I go back to the radio station. They're like, "What's up?" I can't talk about it. Like, nigga, like, what you mean? Like, it's Snoop and Dr. Dre. Like, but yeah. Now we can talk about it. It's not doggy style at all. It's Snoop said, and I could quote him on this. Snoop said he now is in a place in his life where he wants to make stadium music, and it don't have to always sound like doggy style. And so I was like, you know what? I respect it. You know what I'm saying? But that was a moment for me, just being in a room with Sway, listening to the album. And him telling me, like, well, it was Snoop, it was Cube, and then Snoop was like, I got it. And then he said Kendrick got it. And then Sway was like, well, you know, it's me and King Tech and the Bay, it's Big Boy, and now it's DJ Hed and Gina Views. And I was like, damn.
That's big.
And we just sitting there like, okay. I mean, like I said, it's big draws to feel. But yeah, Effective Immediately on Hip Hop Nation, Sirius XM.
Yeah. FYI app with Will.i.am.
Man, shout out to Will.i.am, bro. Shout out to the whole team, Julie Pilot, the homie Sean over there. FYI, if you're not familiar with FYI, it's Focus Your Ideas. It's an app in the App Store. It's free. My main selling points for the app is it's team comms. I don't think Will sanction me saying this, but I will say this anyway. It's iMessage, WhatsApp, Google Drive, SoundCloud, YouTube, PowerPoint presentation, website,
all in one,
and ChatGPT in one app, and a radio station, multiple radio stations, all in one app, and it's free. And the AI you don't have to pay that whatever the GPT is charging you every month. There's no fee. You can use the AI to do whatever. Actually, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna show you some shit. Hey, yo, Philip. So I'm here. I'm on Matt Barnes' new show. Of course, it's on All the Smoke network. But I'm here with Matt Barnes. He's been a good friend of mine. And we're talking about everything I got going on. Matt is thinking about starting a new show starring DJ Hed. Can you give him a couple pointers?
Hey there. It's super cool that you're on Matt Barnes' show. So exciting. Here's a couple of pointers for Matt Barnes thinking about starting a new show starring DJ Hed. 1. Authenticity is key. Make sure DJ Hed is given the space to be himself. Authenticity resonates with audiences, and when the host genuinely loves what they do, it shows. 2. Define your unique angle. There are tons of shows out there. Find a
All right, so look. Another question is,
what the fuck?
Another thing is, like, I'm sitting here with Matt, right? We're literally on set and people are tripping off that I'm talking to you right now. And Matt had Kamala Harris on his show. And, you know, she didn't win the election. But how likely do you think it is for her to win if she ran again?
You had to think about that shit.
I see you're causing a bit of a stir by chatting live on set. That rocks. Talking about Kamala Harris and the potential for her to run again, well, predicting elections can be a bit like trying to catch lightning in a bottle.
Cut the bullshit. Is she gonna run again? What do you think?
All right, cutting straight to it, it's really hard to say for sure if Kamala Harris will run again. A lot depends on how political landscapes evolve and personal decisions she might make closer to election time. While she has the experience and name recognition, whether she'll run again is something only time will reveal. It could depend on various factors, including party dynamics, her role in the...
All right, thanks. I'll hit you back.
No worries, hit me up anytime. Have a blast on set and say hi to Matt for me. Catch you later.
That's insane, bro.
Bro.
Wow.
So that's pretty much
No,
that,
I mean,
bro.
it's you show that's insane, bro. I'm definitely gonna download that shit.
So so we have radio stations are built into it, so you can literally listen to the radio. I'm the music curation I lead the team of music curation. So all the music you hear in the app, like, is curated by me and my team. And so shout out to Will I Am, bro.
Dope.
It's fire, bro.
Hell yeah, congratulations.
Game changer.
Before you get out of here, man, the Big Picture podcast. The Bigger Picture, excuse me.
The Bigger Picture, shout out to Jeremy Hecht, one of my favorite white people, and Elliot Wilson. They started during the whole back and forth thing, and I came on as a guest, and they were like, nah, like, this is the show.
Right.
And so shout out to Jared and everybody over there at Up Rocks, Hip Hop DX. Like, we've been creating magic, and we just did 100K on our last episode, which was super crazy to me. Super dope. You know what I'm saying? I love the space that I'm in, man. Being able to create, navigate conversations. I'm still outside. I'm not sitting in a room somewhere just on stream talking shit. Like, I'm really, like, outside, and it feels good that we having this moment in culture. And being able to have dialogue about it is super important, because I don't think you get anywhere with nobody talking to each other.
Right. I appreciate you, bro. We was only supposed to talk about 15, 20 minutes. I think we talked like 45. We could probably talk another hour, man, but I know you got to get places. But, man, thank you. Congratulations. And, man, we'll talk again soon, bro.
Man, thank you, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Yep. You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings, 4 delicious flavors, an order of large fries for $16.99. Mango habanero, OG hot, and my favorite, lemon pepper. What are y'all waiting on? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now at wingstop.com. Welcome back. Now we're going to catch up with my brother, 5 with 5, with my guy, Stephen Jesse Jackson. What's up, Jack?
Cool to my brother. What's happening with you?
I can't call it, man. High is the cost of living, but life is good.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get to it, man. NBA viewership is down 28%. Shaq says because of the style of play, too many threes. Some people think it's because of load management. Illegal streaming is going through the roof right now. What are your thoughts on why it's down? That's a big drop. That's not a couple of percentage points. That's a huge drop. Why do you think that is?
Well, for me, I think the integrity of the game is gone. You know, I think that's what's lost. You know, people fighting to get on the court. People dying to play 82 games. People will, just that attitude, that old attitude of the game that some guys still have. It's not everybody. It's not everybody. A lot of guys in the league still have it, but as a whole, as the league, as an identity for the league as a whole, it don't have that tough. Every night I'm gonna watch these guys. They're gonna compete and try to kill each other to win. You don't have that feel when you watch NBA basketball, and it really doesn't get that way until the Western Conference, Eastern Conference Finals, and then the finals. That's when most people watch. So, it's a lot of guys that love the game like we did and still want to play that way. You know what I mean? And even though he's not a entertaining guy to watch, or he's not dunking and shooting threes and doing all the exciting stuff, but you love great guys like Draymond who play the game that way, right? They play the game that physical way. That would do anything with the will to win, right? You don't have too many guys. So the integrity of the game has been shot, just shooting threes and, just not having big men in their bank and like that. Just all that in the whole is really the reason why I think the viewership is down. And I think the only way they can get that back is go back to the old style of play and stop catering to offense.
Yeah, I definitely think the style of play has changed. But even when Jack and we played, it's a long ass season, bro. You know what I mean? 82 games is a long time. So, we used to get up for Christmas, the start of the season, whatever you're excited about start of the season, and it kind of dies down a little bit. Then obviously if you're able to play the Christmas Day games, but then like Christmas till All-Stars kind of whatever. Some people make big jumps during that time because they take that downtime serious. But after All-Star break as players is when, guys really started to lock in. So, I mean, obviously it's a long ass season. There's a lot of other stuff. But what's crazy about the NBA is though, it's 28% down in the ratings, but it's big as it's ever been on social media. You know what I mean? So on the flip side, people are consuming different and still being engaged with these athletes and stuff like that. But just the overall, people aren't tuning into these games until, like you said, later in the season, going into and being in the playoffs. Last week, Bill Simmons said, Caitlin Clark is the biggest star under 30, not only in the WNBA, but the NBA. And, obviously I think that stirred some feathers. But it just got me thinking. And first and foremost, I'm not necessarily mad at that statement. I don't know if I agree 100% with it, but I'm definitely not mad with that statement. When you hear that, Jack, what do you think?
I wouldn't say. I mean, she's definitely the biggest female NBA star. I mean, basketball star. But nah, because you got, I think the sixth biggest NBA star in the NBA is bigger than Caitlin Clark, right? Because just how big the NBA game is. You know what I mean? It's not a diss to her. It's just that the NBA players, like I can name 5 NBA players right now that are probably bigger than Caitlin Clark worldwide.
And
So,
you mean bigger, like just more known, or what
yeah,
the gravity they bring to the game? More known?
Just more known, period, right? Because, if you're saying she's bigger than any athlete, basketball, male and female, that's kind of hard to say. Because, like I said, some of these guys, even guys that play, maybe the 6th, 7th guy, have a big social media influence. Some of these guys in the league that people know more than some of the top scorers in the WNBA, just off social media. You know what I mean? So I'm saying things like that. But when you got guys like, KD, LeBron, all these top guys, like I don't think the top maybe 10 or maybe 8 guys in the NBA that she could ever be bigger than.
No, but we're talking about just currently under 30. So it also got us kind of thinking, a list of, the top athletes under 30 right now. And
Anthony Edwards and those guys.
Yeah, no, they're definitely on the list. So I'm going to name some of the top athletes in North American sports under 30. Obviously, LaMelo Ball, Ja, Ant, Jason Tatum, Otani is under 30. Simone Biles. Who else?
Mahomes is 30.
Oh, Mahomes, is he 29 or 30? Yeah, Pat Mahomes is right there on that border.
See, but you named 2 basketball players that she's not bigger than already: Anthony Edwards and Jason Tatum. She's not bigger than those 2 guys.
Is she bigger than Ja? I don't think she's bigger than Ja either.
Ja was gone for a minute.
He took a huge step. I mean, he'll regain.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely get it back. He probably didn't got it back already for some of the moves he done made already this year. But Caitlin was ahead of him for a minute.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously we love what she's been able to do for the game, but I just thought there was something interesting that Bill Simmons went out on the wire with, and knew it would spark a little bit of debate. Jack, the Wizards went 0 for Winfrey in the month of November. 0-14. Are they just that bad, or you think they're trying to capture the flag? Cooper Flagg, which everyone's predicting. You are hearing some Ace Bailey, though, but Cooper Flagg will be the first pick, and are our teams really tanking for him, or are just the Wizards that bad?
One, I had 40 twice in my NBA career, and they both was on the Wizards. 2, there's no way you can purposely lose 14 games.
That's a crazy stat you just gave us right there.
They both was on the Wizards. One with the Hawks and one with the Warriors.
Oh shit! Go ahead. What was the second thing you said?
Fuck, I forgot to.
What you just said?
There's no way that they can lose intentionally 14 games in a row. They just shit,
crazy, bro. They dog shit.
Hey, I'm just saying, you can't purposely lose 14. Like one of them games, you could be like, man, fuck this shit. And you know what I'm saying? But 14 in a row, they just a bad team,
Crazy,
bro.
bro.
Just a bad team.
And I got I fuck with Kuz. That's my dog. I like Kuzma, and I like Jordan Poole too, but they're stuck over there. And,
shit, y'all 0-14. Shit.
yeah. Switching the gears to Cooper Flagg. Do you think have you seen him in college? I know you probably saw what he was doing in high school. Do you think he is the number one pick and he's someone that can really make a difference in this? Obviously you're starting to hear Dylan Harper, his teammate Ace Bailey. Cooper Flagg's been kind of carrying that number one pick on his shoulders for the last year. Is he someone that can come in and really change your franchise around?
I think so. He's definitely he's definitely a number one pick, but a top 3 pick. You know how they do it depending on what teams need. But I definitely think he's that guy, man. I watched him play. I think it was the first game I seen him play was against either Kentucky or Memphis, one of those teams. No, Louisville. I think it was Louisville, and one of those teams. And he played good. He did everything, bro. He scored. He rebounded. He played defense. He got in the passing lanes. Like he do it all, man. And I know as this season goes on, he's going to continue to get more confident and stronger. And I definitely see him probably as, if not the number one pick, top 3 pick.
We shall see. It's going to be interesting. Anthony Edwards recently calling out his team, called them soft and front runners. I'm going to read you his quote. "We soft as hell as a team." Internally, Edwards said, "We can't talk to each other. We're just a bunch of little kids, just like we playing with a bunch of little kids. Everybody, the whole team. We can't talk to each other, and we got to figure it out because we can't go down this road." Things have changed drastically in Minnesota. Obviously, with the season they had last year, the trade that happened. We saw, I think it was like a week ago or maybe a little bit longer, when Julius Randle had the ball in the wing and Gobert was posting up in the lane and he just sat there and he wouldn't give him the ball. And Gobert got the 3 second in the key, and then Ant yelled at Gobert. Did Gobert think he was a go-to, like drop him down like Shaq and I'm gonna go to work? Is that what he was thinking, Jack?
I thought he was playing 2K
with himself or someone else.
No, with himself, because that's the only time they'll call a play for him.
Oh, you're stupid. What are your thoughts on Minnesota and this turmoil? I mean, they made it to the Western Finals last year, right? Or second round? Second round?
Conference Finals.
Was it Western Conference Finals?
Yeah.
They lost to Dallas, right? Yeah. So I mean, this team, went to the Western Finals. Obviously, a huge trade that sent Cat to the Knicks and brought Julius Randle and DiVincenzo over. DiVincenzo struggled a little bit. Randle still had like 21, 7, and 4, but it's just a completely different style of play than what Cat brought to the team. They were a top defensive team. They've slid a little bit in that department. So, what do you think about the young superstar calling out his team?
Well, I mean, just like you said, the league has changed because that was a polite way to say it. He said it the nice way. I remember before we went on that, 18 out of 21 or something like that, 16 out of 18, something we did at the end of the season to make the playoffs. I remember before we played Detroit, I remember when BD came in the locker room after we lost that game before we got to Detroit, and BD called us all kind of bitches. We playing like bitches. We can do better, all kind of shit. You know what I mean? So and we all took heed to the switch and went on that. And we went on that run. But so I think he said it to him in a nice way. But I love that, Ant, because you don't hear that happening often. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes in the course of a season, that has to happen a couple times to get back on track. Sometimes you got to snap back, especially when you're a good team and you used to have success. They coming off success, but this is a whole new team now. The chemistry ain't there like it was with Cat and old boy. So I love it. I love it. And like I said, everybody say Anthony's an old soul. He has the old feel like we used to play, and he shows a lot of signs of it. But as much as he say that, guys got to take heed to it. And if guys can't buy in and be on the same page, it just ain't gonna work.
No, I feel you. I think somebody in the Wizards locker room needs to have that conversation too.
Word. Nah. Somebody need to have the whole team. Tell them we're having a team meeting, and somebody just tell everybody I'll be in there in 10 seconds, and send somebody in there, just tell them to pull a pin out and roll a grenade and then blow all of them up.
Damn, Jack.
Blow the whole organization up, nigga. Just blow the whole organization up. Start from scratch.
So much for closing out with the motivational speech. Hey, before we get out of here, college football rivalry week. There were some brawls, man. People got down. I mean, in the Ohio State Michigan game, boys got pepper sprayed. Florida State, Florida, NC State, versus Carolina. Jack, they were active this weekend in college football, and it even carried over into the NFL a little bit. What was going on this weekend? What was up with the energy? People
Yeah,
had
the
bad
people,
Thanksgivings or something, or
man, people just willing to they trying to, after they win, they willing to disrespect.
man,
Disrespecting people has been on an all-time high. People just trying to disrespect people as much as they can
viral
these
moments.
days. You know what I mean?
Stabbing the logo and dancing on the logo, and it's been done before, but I think it's been recently, like you said, it's been more people trying to go viral. I mean, I even see like Pop Warner kids when they beat a team bad, like kids walking through the line with a little belt and
With the
tapping the
belt.
team that
Yeah,
lost.
that's whack.
Like, man, fuck out of here with that. I mean, Jack, if someone celebrated on the We Believe logo or the Warriors logo on some shit like that, what would have happened?
Well, I mean,
Well,
the NBA court is smaller, so like, you know, they say they might, you know, you don't know if they're in the middle of praying, you don't know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? But like, the court is small enough where if you disrespecting the team and organization, somebody around gonna hear you. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
just make sure the right person hear you. That's all.
Right.
Just be smart.
Yeah.
Just make sure the
Yeah.
right person hear you. Dealing with us, because it's a good chance that 4 or 5 people can hear you. So make sure the right person hear you, bro, because it's
Be
not gonna
careful.
end how you planned it.
The disrespect is at an all-time high in life.
Yeah, man.
Jack, I wanted to give a shout out to Coach Prime and the Buffaloes and all the young men on that team. I don't recall somebody coming into a situation that was 1-11, last year 4-8, and then 9-3. You know, really one game away from making the college football playoffs. And you know, you really got to tip your hat to Dion, because there was a lot of mainstream media that was very disrespectful, almost borderline on some racist bullshit, just constantly killing him. And I think the way he's been able to turn this team around, led by his son and Travis Hunter, I think it's been a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Paul Golf Ball, Fellenbaum, whatever his name is.
I mean, it wasn't just him. There's a ton of people.
Yeah.
You mean Jason Shitlock was talking shit? You know, there's just a lot of different people that, just a lot of disrespect around the way Dion was moving. But at the end of the day, it's brought results, and those kids love him. So, you know, what's your thoughts about the way he's been able to turn this, this around in only 2 years?
Well, especially, Matt, like for me, especially for him to, after they lost last week, to come out this week and put a spanking on the team, putting up 50 points. You know, I think that really sums up what Coach Prime has taught these boys and what he's instilled into these guys, because they all know last week when they lost, that was the letdown. That really was their chance to get into the, the tournament. That was really their chance. They knew it, but they could have easily showed up this week and say, you know what, our season over anyway. Travis and Shoutout going to the league, everything good. You know what I'm saying? They just show up. Nah, they showed up and played and finished their season on the right note, the way the Prime wanted them to finish the season. Me personally, I still feel like, hey, man, it's a whole bunch of them teams that's probably in the tournament that nobody want to see, man. Throw Prime in there. Throw Prime in them in there. Get them ratings up. Everybody going to watch. It's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally, but just for what he's done to get that team at 9-3, and to finish the way they finished, Matt, big salute to Coach Prime. We knew what he was going to do. That's a guy, a good friend of ours, man. So I'm just happy that everything he said he was going to go there and do, he's exceeded that times 10.
I want to add one more thing to what you were saying. He also came out yesterday or Saturday and said that they'll be playing in the bowl game. Like his stars will be playing, and I think that's obviously something that's kind of dragged some of the ratings in the toilet, because these top teams get there and their best, potential NFL stars don't play. So again, to what he's building over there is culture and accountability. He's going to make sure their stars play in the bowl game. And then again, they also flip for major recruits and we're able to get them over to Colorado, man. So Dion, man, congratulations on the season. Obviously didn't end the way you guys wanted it to, but you definitely have earned the respect. You already had our love, but I think that the country is finally realizing, what you've brought over there. And, man, we definitely appreciate it. So good luck in y'all bowl game, and we'll definitely be tuned in. before you said throw a pin in them and blow the whole organization up, we wanted to get out of here with some, you've been very inspirational and inspiring on IG of lately. So I wanted you leave me and our guests with the Sunday message
Sunday message would
on the
be
Monday.
on the Monday. Sunday message on the Monday. Okay. Would be don't be too hard on yourself.
Okay.
Especially as men, we take on a lot, and it's a lot of stuff we don't talk about, a lot we don't want to talk about because we feel like we can handle it all, and it becomes too much a lot of times, and we feel like we can just smoke a joint or just go to sleep and it'll go away. But in all actuality, that shit sits on us as men. So don't be too hard on yourself. You out here doing great. You're doing as best as you can. Just know that the rain don't last forever.
All right, Stak, appreciate your time, bro. We'll talk soon. All right, now 2-2 last week. Not what I'm necessarily proud of, but I've been living and dying with the Niners, and I'm seeing that I may have to just let them go. Not as a team. I'm always going to be a fan, but I just don't know if I can continue to bet on them. And when Juszczyk fumbled on the goal line yesterday, it was a microcosm of our season, and I just had to really. It's just not our fucking year. As talented as we are, we just haven't had the right timing and the pieces. And, Jelani's been over here losing hair over it. Luckily, he's tall, so you can't see the bald spot on the top of his head. But it's been stressing some people out, man. So I still love you, Niners. I just can't continue to bet with you guys. So the Thursday night game for this week, remember, brought to you by DraftKings. Packers at Lions. Lions minus 3.5. Packers been playing good. Lions been playing good. I'm going to go with the Lions minus 3.5 at home. Sunday, Bills, fuck you, Bills, for what you just did to my 49ers. Bills minus 4 coming to LA versus the Rams. I'm gonna take the Bills minus 4 because if we do have any hope, we need the NFC to stay around 500 until we get healthy. So I'm gonna take the Bills minus 4 on that. Obviously I made these picks yesterday or last night before I woke up this morning and realized I had to stop betting on the Niners. But we got the Bears at the Niners. I can't let go of you guys yet. I'm going to have to take the Niners minus 4.5 at home. Christian McCaffrey, get healthy, man. Get healthy. And last but not least, the Chargers at the Chiefs. Chargers have been playing good football. Chargers have been playing some good football. But I just feel like Patty at the house is tough to beat. I'm going to take the Chiefs minus 4. So we'll see how we do this week. If we lose, I'm trying. That's a wrap, man. Thank you for you guys tuning in. You can catch us on All the Smoke Productions and the DraftKings Network. See y'all.